What is up? What is up? What is up? I'm thinking we need to make a new intro, dude.
I was actually just thinking that too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a new year.
It is a new year.
It's a new year. How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right. A little tired. It is almost 10 o'clock here.
Oh my gosh, dude. Once we get to fall, it'll be a little bit better. All I know is right now the news right now is, which is I'm kind of happy about. Obviously, the biggest news right now, obviously, is Stefon Diggs. But we saw this coming, man. I'm not surprised. We saw this coming.
Rice.
Say what? Well, yeah. Besides that, yeah, that's stupid.
I don't know why some people were shocked. I was like, I'm pretty sure this was gonna happen.
Yeah, we saw this last year and the year before that. Like, he's one of the most disgruntled players that I've ever met. He's such a good athlete. I get it. I understand. But at some point, you can't just like let this guy run away with everything. Like the toxicity that happens in the locker room, you've been seeing it for the past 2 seasons. Same thing happened with the Vikings. And then he got to the Bills. So now he's going to go do the same thing with the Texans, and maybe he can chill out there. I don't know. But look, the first year kind of like that. What was it? Was it the when you get married and then the year after that, I'm losing the word here. The honeymoon. Thank you to myself. The honeymoon. Well, you didn't help.
Well, I know, but you
the
were
honeymoon
like,
era. He's gonna. Yeah. He's gonna get to the Texans, and it's gonna have a fantastic, fun year. I get that, but once you get yourself, kind of like into the system, after a while, you start get to know the system. You start, acting your way, and I think that's Stefon Diggs. And he was just there for like too long, and it was like what, 4 years, 5 years?
Wasn't it 5 years?
Yeah,
like a mini Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
That's what happens, yo. When you feel like it, all of a sudden, I know how it goes, and now I'm just gonna go crazy again.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I feel like even when he was with the Vikings, he was there for too long. You just get out. All right, you're good. And then everything was good in 2020 with the Bills at Diggs. It was amazing. 2021 wasn't too bad. And then after that, it started. You could see the change. And definitely last year, you could see how it was just toxic. We said this 2 years ago. We're like, dude, he just needs to get out. Like, just get rid of him. And then people are saying, okay, well, this isn't good for them for offensive. Like, I know it's not. Morally, yes. But the Bills,
dude, I'm more worried about their offensive line than I am about Stefon Diggs.
Right?
Yeah. Look. The window's closed. The window's closed. Even Braden said at the beginning, like I think it was the very first thing. Yeah. The window's definitely closed. It was 2 years ago, maybe last year. I'll give the last 3 years is it was that window of opportunity, and they just couldn't. They couldn't get over the Chiefs.
2 years ago, they should have won. They should have won. 2 years ago, they should have won the Super Bowl. It should have happened. Yeah. Everything was there. I have no idea how it didn't happen, but it didn't.
I agree. It was in a situation where everything was going their way. They had the right pieces on both sides of the ball. They just couldn't outperform the Chiefs, and they got knocked out again. And it's again, they are back to ground zero, kind of. The line is not as good as what it was.
They have no center right now, right?
Yeah,
their starting and backup center is gone. Like that's it.
So
after half their defense is gone.
Yeah, so it's good on paper at Texans, but and we'll get to the Texans here in a bit. But I want to talk about the Bills first.
What's crazier though, the fact that Stefon Diggs got traded, or the fact that Josh Allen found out like we did?
That's messed up.
Probably the way.
Don't you think that's something you should give your quarterback a heads up about?
But also, didn't Stefon Diggs just have like a tweet like 2 hours before the trade happened saying, because they were talking about does Josh Allen really need Stefon Diggs now? And he tweeted back to them. It's like, oh, you think he's good without me? And then 2 hours later, the trade happens. It literally happened just like that. And that's kind of crazy, right? I mean,
Look, Stefon Diggs, like I said, is a good player, really good, one of the best receivers in the game, and he's been there doing that for many years. But the problem is you when you become a cancer, it becomes a very problematic issue. Because if this man is not happy, even when they're winning, and he's still not happy, it still becomes a problem. So,
but does it have the same problem with the Texans? Because he walks in and to a team that really doesn't need him. He is just gravy.
Yeah. I was like,
you already have Nico Collins. You already got Tank Dell. Like you already have Noah Brown. You have guys. You already have your tight end set. He's just gravy.
I don't know, and that's exactly what I was like. I was like, okay, well, why? But this leaves. Like I look. I know we want to jump to Texans. I know we want to do that. I know that's the focus. That's where it's going. Let's transition below. Let's. The fact is that the Bills. What are they going to do next? They have to go for a receiver. It was already in the books for them to get a receiver, right? But now, even Brian mentioned this earlier in one of our chats earlier. I don't even know because one of them's so stupid because someone brings up dumb stuff. I need to leave that chat. It's I don't know. Like, you mentioned. Do they go up?
I think they.
Yeah,
might
you already
have
know
to.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
he doesn't even watch the show, so I don't even care. The fact is, if the Bills move up, how far ahead will they have to move up? I don't know. Was it you or Braden? I can't remember. It was one of you.
I said that I think they have to move up. He said they stay there and they can get someone like Keon Coleman or something like that. I think they have to move up and get one of the top 4 guys because I think the receivers are going to run. There's going to be a run of receivers, and by the time you get to pick 20, you might be at the 6th or 7th receiver and left in the draft. That's how it might go.
You're lucky.
Yeah. So, like, I think they have to move up, and I don't think they ever used that 2025 second-round pick. I think they traded.
Mm-hmm.
They traded to move up. They're going to use it as ammunition to move up.
The thing is, see, we were already predicted that they were going to get a receiver no matter what. Yeah, Derpy, I see that comment, but I really they were already planning on getting one within their range. But the importance of it is now they need to get someone who's talented, and that's why we're saying this. Like, I do believe they're going to have to move up because you can't just. Kincaid's good, but he's not going to be the it factor.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his face? Wow, KS. It starts his initial KS. Help me out. Shakir, yes.
Yeah, Shakir, right?
That's their number 1 guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, they got Curtis Samuel.
They do have Curtis Samuel. So that's what they have. Hey. Curtis Samuel, and they have 2 tight ends. And they're going to have to run with 2 tight ends. They cannot lose any of them. They need to have both tight ends. They need to go Curtis Samuel, and they need to draft a guy. And if you
they got to draft more than one guy because they just need bodies at this point.
But they need 2. So that means that's why I feel like
receivers on the whole team right now.
You need all your 2024 drafts, right? You can't use any of those draft picks to move up. That's why you needed 2025 ammunition because you're going to use that to go up. And if you do go up with that, now you can get a great receiver, and then you need all those bodies that you're going to draft. Every single one of those draft picks are going to need to be used because they don't have enough.
Yeah, and that's not just a receiver at almost like multiple positions.
I mean, their defensive line, their offensive line.
That's what I was about to say, Mark. Yeah, there is way more that they need to do, and it's done. We're gonna see the Bills plummet here quickly. Because
I guarantee they don't win their division next year. Guarantee.
No, I don't think they will. I think the Dolphins, it's their time right now. The Jets, it's their time right now. I understand that there is some talent on the defensive side, but it's not enough. It's really not enough because you're gonna rely on Gregory Rousseau, Matt Milano, and Bernard, who just kind of like who actually performed very well than what I expected. Taylor Rapp has always been asked to me. I've never really thought he was any good, to be honest. Von Miller is definitely on his way out eventually.
But he restructured his contract to stay.
I understand
He
that, but
did.
come on, man. Like the dude's older than football. Like he's gonna get out eventually. Like
Yeah,
it's just,
eventually. I think that he's going for one more run, just another paycheck.
at this point, it's just money now. Like Nicholas Morrow just kind of arrived as well. So DeMar Hamlin, we don't even know because they don't really use him, and he's kind of like ever since his injury, he was drafted in 2021. But it
But
hasn't
they
really
still
been.
Ed Oliver. I mean, and that's what I was wanting to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Do they trade Ed Oliver?
They're gonna have to do something. Because I don't think they have value. Well, they do on the roster, but they don't have like picks enough for like the next future if they decide to move up. Like, say, assuming they move up, right?
Yep.
They
But I mean,
they
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 have a lot of draft picks, but you need
this year
every single one of them.
they have a gangload of them. But the problem is they're all in the 5th or later rounds.
Exactly.
Like,
This is
how
not a
hard
deep
is that?
draft. This is one
Like,
of those drafts that just falls off a cliff.
but you have to like nail one of those draft picks. Like, that's the thing. So yeah. Jesus, man. And that's bad, you know? That's bad.
And how much did he get paid for that?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
I don't know. But let me get to these comments before we go. But yeah, Derpy, receivers for sure. Do they go after? I don't think they will. AJ Brown, no. So they move probably. That's what I'm kind of thinking of where they might end up having to go, because that's probably between the 16th and 19th pick. There's usually a receiver taken almost every year. And then there's like a little weird to 2-3 sporadic run for them. And that's
15 is exactly where I would go, because what you could give your 28 pick, your 2025 second, and maybe a 6th rounder. That's enough ammo to get to that 15th pick. That's what you need. That's exactly what you need to be. You package that together, you get to the 15th, and you go ahead and get one of these the best receivers that are there.
Mm-hmm. The Bills are broke. Like, the Bills are broke.
And that's why I wonder if you trade Ed Oliver to a team that needs 3 technique.
They won't have really. They can't do anything. They can't. Like, it's just, they're just done. So getting this trade, and what was the second?
Yeah, second. So second round, 2025.
Right. So nothing that's going to affect them this year, really.
So they traded Stefon Diggs in a 6th for a 2nd and a 5th of 2025.
Something like that. So for next year, I feel like the Texans are doing what they can right now. So talk about the Texans. The Bills are basically, it's
you're
done.
screwed.
Yeah, they're done. They're done for maybe 2-3 years. Maybe they could fix it in 2-3 years, but I would give them that window of 3 years and see if maybe it all depends on Josh Allen and what they're gonna do. Really, to be honest.
All I know is you look at the Texans. We had them left for dead 3 years ago. Left for dead. They're crows circling the carcass of the Texans, feasting on what was left. And now you look at it and say, this is a model franchise. Nick Caserio has changed the idea what the Texans are, and you'll be able to do that in 3 years. And that you have Josh Allen. Thus, I think you could do it again.
Yeah,
the Bills can rise from the ashes and come and do more things.
Yeah, no, and I think so. The reason I think that they might do it is to get a solid receiver, like a better receiver, because then they're gonna end up like Baltimore, where they had no weapons for the longest time, and then they finally started to get some receivers. Like after they lost Marquise Brown, I think there was like 1 year or 2 years where they didn't really have anybody. So it was. I think they'll get a solid receiver.
Here, Braden, you gotta remember. So if you listen to GMs, they're saying that this draft is 130, 140 players deep, and then there's a clip. But these teams, the rest of these players, because of the NIL deals and people staying in college, most of these players are not going to make your roster. So it's the same. Those back picks are the same as getting unrestricted free agents. So if that's the case, you need higher end talent. And they have all these 6 and 7 round picks. If you can take those, package them up, and get up a little bit more with that second round pick, it works.
Yeah. At least, establish something for now rather than have, just mediocre out there. I just feel like it's better for them to actually get a solid receiver for now, higher, and then maybe use those other picks because they have so many in the later rounds. They have so many. Like, I just feel like in the first they can get someone solid and then keep him for the next 4 years and hope by that third or fourth year they'll be back to where they're at. Because next year with that extra second would be a little bit better. Like, I think they could fix it next year.
Yep.
This year is going to be about luck. We'll see. What's this? AJ Brown. Why are we talking about it then? Yeah. Someone said Collins was the number one, but if why he was trade Diggs. Diggs is the next AJ Brown. Well, no, Diggs has always been drama.
Yeah.
Diggs has always been drama.
And it seems like people forgot that Tank Dell is also on that team, who was the number one for the good portion of the first half of the season. And Nico Collins is going to be good, but Diggs comes in, he's going to have pedigree, he's going to have the opportunity. But if he has the bad attitude, he has the wrong attitude, they will just stop throwing him the ball. It's not a big risk.
Didn't freaking Tank Dell kind of spit out some words too? Or was it Collins? Didn't one of them say something that they were mad about receptions, or was it one of them?
That was Collins that wanted the ball more.
Was it Collins? Okay.
He came back. He was like, yeah, why am I here if you're not giving me the ball? And then they gave him the ball and he shut up.
Yeah. Okay. Can you enter the draft? And if you don't get a pick, then go back to school? No.
I don't believe so.
Because once you declare, you lose your eligibility.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once you declare for the draft, you are now a pro. Whether you go there or not.
Who's going to want those picks if they're worthless? Why would I don't know.
No,
the Bears do it all the time. The Raiders do it all the time. They
some
always
people that just want to have those back picks. And I think you're packaging it with that second round pick too. So if you use that second round 2025, you're not hurting yourself next year because you're using someone else's pick, and you're throwing in a 6th round because it has to equal on the chart. So you're not trying to trade up with the 6th round pick. You're throwing it in as an add-in. Say, I'm giving you my 28th pick, that 2nd round pick, and I throw you in a 6th round pick.
You realize that 2nd round pick gets traded again. That'll be the 3rd team to have that 2nd round pick. Yeah, that's the Vikings 2nd round pick.
It's the Vikings 2nd round pick, yeah. It's the Vikings
because they got that in the trade for the 23rd overall pick. And then they turned around and were like, now you take it.
The teams that they have those picks from are from the Cowboys, Green Bay, and Chicago. Yeah. So those are the 3 teams they have. So Bills will have a top 10 pick next year. Yeah. Maybe, depending on how bad they do.
I think Josh Allen. I
think they're going to be mediocre, and they'll probably be somewhere out just outside the 10.
I think they're good. He's good enough by himself to win 7 or 8 games.
Oh, Kincaid and look, they're going to get a receiver, and whoever that receiver is going to stay healthy. They have to stay healthy the entire time because whoever that is and Kincaid are going to be the main targets. And I wouldn't surprise me if they do a lot of freaking running backs duos back there with a lot of pass catching. Like, I don't think they're gonna run a lot. It's gonna be a lot of catch up. We'll see. Josh Allen's a special dude. He can do it.
I think they go double tight a lot. I think they go Knox and Kincaid a lot of times with Samuel right there, and then you use your running back as much as you can. James Cook, you got Ty Johnson. You just go that way.
You have to.
You can because you have Josh Allen, and the threat of him running the ball helps a lot. And if you do get a receiver in that draft, so now you have 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. The only thing you're really worried about is that offensive line. If the offensive line can hold up, just say so. But if it does, we could be all the stuff that we're saying right now. If the offensive line holds up, they can win games just in shootouts. And they still have Ed Oliver that's going to stop the run and put pressure up the middle. So this is not like the worst team ever. They're still a 8-win team. It's just not. They're not a Super Bowl contender. They're not at the top. They're not
They've
elite.
never been a Super Bowl contender. They never will be, man. They just I just put it this way. I love the Bills. I really do. I like watching them. Like how just the whole atmosphere over there, man. Like they just love their team. Like the whole table thing and the Bills Mafia. Like I love watching the way they are, man. But look, it's been years. They're just like the Cowboys. It's just not gonna happen.
They've been second more times than anybody.
It's
Right?
just not
I know.
gonna happen.
Lamar has both their quarterbacks.
But they put up numbers.
Hey, you know the Cowboys have one. They brought in one person in free agency, and it was
Who's
just
that?
somebody who was on their team already.
That don't count. That don't count.
I saw a whole chart of how many people, how many players they brought in. Watched them.
That don't count, man.
And
I was
the
saying
Cowboys
yesterday-
had one person.
I was saying
One.
that yesterday. That I think the Bears could trade Khalil Herbert to the Cowboys for a 5th round pick. So and that might be an upgrade for them because they need a running back, and Khalil Herbert is a starting type of running back in this NFL. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Yeah. Look, all it's look. Overall, no matter what they do, they're gonna suck in the playoffs. And until I see it happen, I can't anymore, man. I just can't anymore. Like I'm now gonna be part of this crew where you show up to the big game and you just can't do it, man. Like it's just like I literally. It's funny because I pulled up that stupid video that we reviewed of the of. I was just watching, man. You already know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, because it's hilarious. It is so hilarious.
It's so funny. Like we did in '92.
Be the Bills year. Next year will 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 be the Bills year.
Well, I can tell you right now, next year will not be the Bills' year.
That is the history of the Bills, man. That is the history of the Bills, and you they need to make one of Dak, and then Romo and
they did with Dak. They say, "Oh, we're gonna make you to the elite QB club." I'm sorry, Dak. There's no room for you here.
Yeah, man. Look, it's bad. But moving on, Stefon Diggs obviously going to the Texans. Wow, how does this change?
Did you guys see that with Stefon Diggs going to the Texans now have a historic offseason?
No, I mean,
They're the first team in NFL history to bring in 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000-yard rusher, and an end with 10+ sacks in one offseason.
To a team that made the playoffs.
To a team that made the playoffs. It never happened before in NFL history.
I'm looking at one offseason. I'm like, oh wow.
To bring that in. I was like, whoa, that's pretty crazy.
I love what they did. So far, they've been having a not too bad offseason. They
too bad.
I'm just saying they have Jeff Okudah, Aziz Al-Shair, Danielle Hunter, Autry, and then Fataki, and then Mixon and Diggs.
Dude.
Like it's like
they're scary. Their defensive line,
and they brought Schultz back. So
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I'm not gonna let you leave.
So it's very interesting of what they're gonna do. Diggs making this team a lot better for the first 2 years, and I don't even know what was like the contract. Like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna extend it? They're gonna I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna plan on doing. But the thing is, either way, they don't have a first,
but they have 2 seconds still. Even
That's
after this
true.
trade, they still have 2 seconds, and one of them
true.
is still a high second round. So it's almost like having a first.
Well, yeah, the third one, yeah.
So they have 210.
They have 8 picks.
27, 323, 423, another 4th round. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first 4 rounds.
Mhm.
Still, with all the moves they made.
Right. So Tank Dell was crying over the ball. Now you have Diggs. CJ's going need help going to be. And no, yeah. That's what's going to happen. It won't be the first year though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, every single time Diggs gets to a new team, or it's that honeymoon phase. I'm telling you, it's that honeymoon phase. It will not affect the first year. The first year is going to be crazy good. We're going to love him. depending on how long he stays there, it's going to get worse and worse because he's a disgruntled guy.
Hey, check out their first string wide receivers are Stefon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell. Their second string wide receivers are Robert Woods, Noah Brown, and John Mechie. Like,
good Lord.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like, what?
Mm-hmm.
They have six.
Hey, their
six
bottom three are better than the Bills' top three.
Let him say that. That's exactly.
He's all saying CJ Stroud's going to be stressed. He's going to be like, hey, that's a problem. That's a problem most quarterbacks would probably prefer to have. Oh, too many people to throw the ball to.
Like I said, the toxicity, I think,
someone
is
will be open when you call hike.
I think he's talking about the toxicity that Diggs gives.
That's the Diggs he brings. Yeah,
I understand what he's talking.
If he becomes toxic, you drop Diggs, not play him, and not miss a beat.
It won't be this year though. It'll probably be in 3 years if they keep him. I'm telling you, it's just the way he rolls. But what team will trade down for the Bill? I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe there's a team where they're like, you know what, our guy's already taken. We don't really care about these other guys that we didn't really interview, talk about. It happens all the time. Guys move up around, and then that's kind of just what happens. What's up, Alex? Mixon and Diggs in my fan. Well, that's nice. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
For Mixon, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, and I did not like that trade. I don't like Mixon. Mixon does dumb stuff.
Yeah.
In the offseason.
I think if you're doing for 1 year, I understand.
He's a rental. He's a rental. And like, you know, what's funny is I actually talked to him and I told him, like, he's a 1 year rental. You don't know what's gonna happen after that. Don't know what's gonna happen after that. I can see him doing good this year or just above mediocre and getting, but he's not, like, I don't know. I can't see Mixon like being that fantasy savior that he's gonna be on people's rosters for a while. Running back's hard to get, man. This year, even the NFL is gonna struggle at running back. We're gonna see guys that we've never heard of be a main running back. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm excited for the running back.
Who's going to be the running back in Dallas? Good question.
I'm telling you, Khalil Herbert.
we don't know.
Because Roshan Johnson's going to be a number 2. And
Look,
then,
for all we know, Evan Hall is going to be the number 1 running back. I don't freaking know. Okay, JT's going to go down. Evan Hall is going to take her. I don't know. It's.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
No, of course you wouldn't. But I'm just saying, like, that's how off the wall that it could be this year. And a lot of people still don't know who the hell that is, and it's fine.
Well, I would say, you know, a team that would be willing to probably trade down would be Seattle. The Seahawks could trade, you know, to picking up an extra picks, looking towards the future. I could see them at 16 being a team that the Bills could trade with.
Yeah, but again, I don't know if with the Bills doing that. Asset money wise, I don't know if they even could handle a contract. It's going to be somebody interesting. But good for the Texans. That's all I got to say. It's good for the Texans this year. They're making moves. They're making it happen. They're going to be dangerous. Are they going to be the number 1 team in that division? I don't see any way other than not.
Yeah,
I think they could have a chance to be in the number 1 team in the entire conference.
Like, you got CJ Stroud and his backup is Casey Keenum, who's not half bad. And you got Mills, who we've seen, who hasn't played in almost 2 years, but I mean, like, it's not bad.
He's okay. Yeah.
Schultz is really good tight end as well. Brevin Jordan is still good.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I forget they still have some decent backups too.
That's what I'm saying.
Brevin Jordan,
have that. Like, even if Diggs. If Diggs is there and like
they're too deep at every position.
Yes.
Like they really are.
The toxicity is not gonna happen this year. He's not gonna be disgruntled this year. It's gonna be a really good team. It's awesome. That's all I gotta say is good for them. Because Diggs will turn into that monster.
For 1 year, the Texans can do it, especially with the Chiefs having to worry about this Rashee Rice stuff. There's a lot of teams that have a lot of issues. A lot of teams have a lot of issues. And now But
He could
CJ
send-
Stroud, who's going to take another step, I think CJ Stroud proves himself to be a top 6 quarterback in the league. But top 6 quarterback in the league, and all the talent they have on offense and defense, the Texans could find themselves in the AFC Championship game.
Hey, please, can we see Robert Woods get traded again? Please, just send Robert Woods to the Chiefs, because Robert Woods always gets traded to another team. Like,
Robert Woods already
him
played for the
and
Bills.
Brandon freaking
Isn't that where he started?
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, he's not.
like,
He's the fourth guy. It's Michi. Michi's probably the third guy, or the fourth guy, or Brown.
Yeah, Noah Brown, Michi, and Bobby Trees. So I'm just saying that there's so many people
first
there.
round pick, isn't he? Second round pick?
Michi? Was he a second or third? Was
no,
it?
second.
I think it's a second round pick.
It was a second.
Just funny.
There's so much talent there. What's up, Brandon?
He said, "Bro, you look like Sam Jackson."
I was questioning that too. Like, he came in, that's the first time he's ever worn that thing. I've never seen that thing ever.
But I have to have my hair laid down here. This is how I do if I was playing in the NFL. This is how I have to wear it.
Yeah,
I had a hat on today.
Yeah, it'll mess up. I get it. But no, like, so running backs, they have Joe Mixon, Dameon Pierce, who's good, we've seen, and then they got JJ Taylor, who I mean, we've seen on New England, who was a pretty good dude who came in for a couple of plays, but it wasn't like he was like the main dog. He actually had scored a few touchdowns already too, I think. But yeah, so I don't know how else to put this, but bravo to the Texans.
I mean, they loaded up everywhere. Like, now Will Anderson's going to look even better because you have Danielle Hunter on the other side. Like, they're going to be putting pressure on people. Their defensive backfield is going to look even better than it did last year. It is. I am confused of like how who's going to beat them. They just literally have to beat themselves. They just put together like an all-star team, and you can do that when you find a young quarterback that's a superstar.
Mm-hmm. Now, for linebackers, they got Christian Harris, who's
Aziz Shazir.
Aziz Al-Shir. They just got him from Tennessee.
Reunited back with DeMeco Ryans. He came from San Francisco.
Right.
Played 1 year.
Henry To'oTo'o is also sitting there too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they run like a two linebacker set. I don't really think
they run nickel a lot because they can get pressure on the quarterback, but just their front line. They already were doing that. So now you put Danielle Hunter on that.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
So, and then DB wise, they got Derek Stingley, Jalen Petrie, and then Jimmy Ward, who they also just got last year from San Francisco or something like that.
Yep.
So, and then Jeff Okudah was this year. So,
it's almost sickening. You look at it like, how the hell do you get all these people on one team?
Like, Alex, you're sitting in here. I don't know if you're still in here, man, but you're a Colts fan, dude. Like,
they don't look good.
Like, you feel comfortable playing the Texans twice?
Right?
Like, that's 2 losses, bro. Like, that might be 2 losses.
Like 2 years ago, 2 years from now, or 2 years ago, we would be like, man, that Texas team looks scary.
Hey, I will pat myself on the back. I said last offseason, guys, the Texans are going to be better than what you think they're going to be. I thought 7 wins was that.
You did.
Never thought it was going to be 9 wins, and then we're going to be looking this next year. They're probably winning 12 games.
It helps that they had that hole from all in trades they did back then. I don't like it's now just started to add up. So good for them.
What about the Jags? Like, I thought this division was theirs, and they didn't even get a full season.
It was a lot of young talent coming in. I feel like they made the wrong choices. I don't understand. Like, this Gabe Davis move essentially just covers the Ridley move, but even he's not Ridley. Like, he's not Ridley of what Ridley used to be. And you could see Ridley was kind of falling off the horse, but I mean, again, he's still good. It's just like, I don't see when you bring in Trevor Lawrence, and you bring in the talent around him. But the problem is you're not upgrading the line as much as you should be.
Mhm.
The defense is also getting upgraded. You made also a few questionable decisions there. I don't understand as well, but they're not too far deep in the hole. It could still be fixed because that team is very young. That makes sense.
Agreed.
So
Very much so.
they did surprise us in the last couple of years. They're doing a lot better. 3 years ago, we would not be saying this. In the last 2 years, they've actually made playoffs. They didn't make playoffs last year?
No,
They were
2
just
years
short
ago,
of it, right?
yes. Yeah, they
Because the
needed to
Colts
win
and,
their last game, and
Right,
Colts
right,
and
right.
Texas wouldn't have win it, yeah.
Right. But they've improved dramatically. So I still
they
got
thought
my
they were going to
5-year
win.
plan. You remember
But
that
they thought
5-year
they were
plan I
going to
mentioned
win.
3 years ago?
They're in a dogfight now in this
Yeah,
division.
they are. They
You
are.
know, the Texans and the Colts are still going to come back. You know, you're still going to. I just feel like even they took a hit with this whole Texas mess because their defense is not as good as the Texans, right? Like everyone is taking a hit. This whole division is like, whoa, throwing haymakers.
Such a cold answer.
maybe you get a full year of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he
it
stops
don't
running
even
into
matter.
big dudes.
Okay, give him a full year. You think the rest of the team's going to be able to hold up? Just think about that.
I will say him starting
Especially on
with
that
JT
defensive side.
is going to be good. Him starting with Jonathan, having JT a full time starting with AR is going to be great.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I'm not saying like they're
these
going to
Colts
be
could
bad.
be good. I just think that they just took a haymaker.
That defense has got banged up and they're losing pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Your defense is going to be the problem. But
100%.
why did Mark looks like he's playing a movie? And I don't know. That's just Mark. He does.
The movie Social Network.
Usually, half the time, Anthony, he's actually typing what me and Brian are saying.
Yep.
That's his job. Like all the chat. Look, all right. Let's be honest. Has any of you actually gone back and watched any of the videos? Because I know you've all like repeated like come here every show, which I appreciate. But have you ever gone back and looked at the old videos, the ones that Mark is in or something?
All the stuff that
Usually
he
they
does.
have chapters in it.
Yeah.
And you can skip straight to a conversation, except for the ones that says back to comments. I still question those. Like we do comments, and then he says back to comments, but he doesn't put the description
I don't
of what
do
we
that
said in the
anymore.
comments.
I will say this with doing like our player 2023, 2024, 2025 player prospects look videos are 10 times easier because of what Mark has done. So going there and clicking the snippet and putting it up and it's so much easier. It's so easy to do.
That's why, Braden. That's what I'm saying. If you go back, you could just skip to it. You could
That's
just
too damn
skip.
long.
That way you're gonna watch all the BS sometimes. Because if I were to watch, I'd have you guys in the background. That's just me. That's how I do with Brian's show on Tuesday up until someone decides to say nonsense. I'm like, I can't handle this.
That's every 15 minutes, man. I'm trying not to talk over him, yelling at him, but it's just like when you say something that's so off the wall.
We
talk about receivers
guys by watching.
You came back after the Cowboys.
We were saying something about the receivers. I was like, oh yeah, they have two great receivers. He was like, oh, watch out. You don't know what's going to happen. And he's talking about special teams. And I'm like, bro, we're talking about catching the damn ball. Why are we talking about that right now? Like, I don't understand what's going on. He was like, oh, you're right. I know.
I don't know. But I was thinking of doing a draft simulator today. Brian, if you want to pull something up, I know you kind of go to this go-to one. I wanted to do both Texans and Bills.
Oh, that's
I understand.
Good.
I understand.
You have a better year, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen.
What? Who would have a better year?
I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson.
Lamar right now. Just.
Although I don't know, the Ravens lost
more
3
weapons?
offensive linemen.
Say what?
Ravens lost 3 starting offensive linemen in free agency. Their center, right guard, right tackle, all gone.
Yeah, they say they're all drafting. They're drafting all guys because their left tackle's good. They might actually take Jackson Power Johnson in the first round.
And it's scary enough, though. They're all pro right guard went to the Lions.
I don't even understand that because I don't know what the
I
hell
was
the
like,
Lions
you don't
doing.
need more offensive line help.
What are you doing, man? You know, we
Your
don't
offensive
need
line's
more people.
already stacked. Now you're bringing in more guys? What the heck?
All I say is if it was between Lamar, like at least it's the right side of the line, he can kind of visually see that coming, where he can like scramble out real quick, which he's good at. So it's not the best thing, but he's also
Hey,
good.
how many rounds do you want to do?
Well, since we only have the 2 and we have no first for the Texans, we should just do the 3.
Okay.
And we'll just simulate the rest and do just those 2 teams. That way it can kind of
Want to
happen.
do draft speed fast or normal?
Normal's fine. Normal's
All right.
fine because we could always look back at the picks that they were.
Yeah.
Because the one you use, it was a PFF. I don't know which one you used, but I know you can look back at the draft picks, right,
Yep.
while it's still going. Okay.
Yep.
The one
So
I
you
use,
pause
you
it.
can't do that. So, but depending on what the draft does and what they decide to do in the next future, do I see Stefon Diggs there for the next couple years? Yeah, he might just freaking retire there. He's already 30.
I was like, but that's the problem. Stefon Diggs is 30. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a
3-year
sudden,
deal, 33. Dunzo, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't want to do it.
You just kick the boot and send him off. Yeah, he might get disgruntled by then.
And they say, okay, we do to finish this into this thing.
Happens every year.
Yeah.
He goes to the sidewalk, starts kicking a trash can. That's usually what happens.
If they start winning, does he kind of not be as disgruntled, maybe?
No, because it happens. It happens every time, Mark. We have
maybe the AFC Championship game, and he'll start.
We have proof, Mark. Like you know what's funny is in that same video I'm pulling up right now. That same freaking video of Stefon Diggs right now. Same one. This one.
This is disgruntled. Finally. What am I?
All them years. 18, 19, 20, 21. And then again last year. Happens. Jane Downs Washington. Oh, God.
I think so.
I think so. To say the Vikings won that trade.
I know.
They got JJ.
I actually, though, honestly, Anthony, I do prefer that, though.
Me too.
I do prefer that. I like him. I just don't want to see him as a Patriot now. Even though I think if the Patriots had him, even though I don't know why, it's just I think he's a better.
They're in that division. So if the Bills are bad and all Jane Daniels could come in, he could do his thing a little bit.
All I know is Hotland. Exactly.
Hey,
it's gonna be an interesting year for us, man.
Do you worry about Kirk Cousins taking you to the promised land? Because he's never done well.
100%. This is why I didn't want him.
You're gonna win like 13 games.
I get it, but when we're gonna get to the big show, the dude folds. I get it, man. I get it.
Cheap suit.
Look, right now he is just the gateway for the next 3 or 4 years to get our main guy, whoever that is, coming out of college. Whoever that is. Don't know who that is.
Arch Manning.
I don't know.
Oh, I hate that. For a long time.
I think the Saints are somehow rigging the whole system for them to do it. Just send him there. Why not?
Hey, what if Shedeur Sanders is at Atlanta?
I swear I've answered this already.
Dude, I love it. Oh, did you hear about Patrick Five might go to jail? I mean,
DUIs, man.
Yeah. I can't keep on going.
I heard about that. Didn't we already talk about this?
Hey, Rasheed Rice is probably going to jail. So
yeah, that move.
Yeah, I'm talking about Rasheed Rice.
Dude, you're going to jail.
Like, bro, what were you thinking?
Same dude. Same. I really want him to go somewhere. We'll see, but it's looking Cardinals maybe. I don't know. Like the draft hasn't happened. I could only go ahead.
I think Jim Harbaugh is doing all this stuff to try to get Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's trying to push up JJ McCarthy so someone will jump to 4 where Arizona give Arizona a whole lot, so they pass on it because they have all these draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
So the Chargers can grab Marvin Harrison Jr. to replace the 2 receivers they lost. I really believe this is a plan. I think this is all part of his crazy mind plan.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes, can you imagine Marvin Harrison
It
Jr. with
happens.
Justin Herbert?
If it
With
happens, man.
Shit.
Well, I know Mark wouldn't like that, but because then he would have to share the number 1 with Marvin Harrison, and then that sends QJ back to number 2 spot.
Maybe
Hey, that's 2 spots up from last year still.
Palmer might be the number
true.
2. You know, and they might QJ got to learn to catch first.
He does.
Yeah. We'll see. All right, anyways, we're gonna run a little mock draft just with these 2 teams. Because right now they're just like the hottest topic right now. It just kind of just happened, and we talk about everything. I don't know. Whenever Brian, there you go. Whenever you're ready, man.
All right, 3 rounds, guys. Gonna do normal draft. Buffalo and Houston is what we got, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's one. Caleb Williams.
Drake May, get out of here.
Drake May. Marvin
Harrison to the Patriots.
Malik Neighbors, Joe Alt, Roma Dunze. Wow. Like the JJ McCarthy went to the
Jets. I mean, I kind of like it, but
offensive tackles going
to hang.
Jackson Powell Johnson went to the Eagles. Wow.
Can we go back to the other picks and just look at it real quick?
Yep.
All
so
right,
we can go back and look at some of these things that went. So that went really fast. So I'm gonna kind of just repeat them again.
That's normal speed?
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, we should go slow.
Oh,
Jesus.
God, 2 tackles in the top 7.
So Caleb, Drake May, Marvin Harrison goes to the Patriots. Malik Neighbors goes to the Cardinals because they do like him. They did bring him in for a good visit. They only get 30 prospects to go, and they brought him in.
In what world do you take Latu over Turner?
I have no freaking clue.
Like,
Roma Dunze, Giants. Ashanu going back to the Texans. Wow. Terry and Arnold going to the Falcons?
They need corner, but I feel like they need an edge.
An edge?
Corner's a more.
10?
That's like secondary, third options on it for us, which is weird.
Latu going to the Chicago Bears when they did not bring
Jared
him in.
Verse should have been there, right? Where's Turner
Jared
and Verse?
Turner went to the Colts.
Colts at 15. No way.
And Jared Verse now. First of all, Turner, I don't think he passes 8.
Right?
No.
That's what
and Jared Verse is in the wow.
Yeah, there's no way.
Minnesota State placed and got Jaden Daniels.
That 11. Okay. Good Lord.
Okay.
Anthony says that's a steal.
JJ McCarthy, Jaden
Quinton Mitchell.
Yeah.
Quinton Mitchell goes to Denver.
Oh, Brock
Bowers go to the Raiders. Join all the rest of the Titans they got.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that's terrible. That's terrible.
I don't like this at all. Mims going to off tackle.
God, tackles are just going crazy.
That's
Johnny Newton went to 18. You see Johnny Newton going 18.
All these linemen should be going here this soon. That's
Brian
kind of
Thomas.
that is way more helpful, bro. That is way
more.
You're squinting. Yeah, I don't look. I figured all these linemen, the scarcity. This is why I think either these receivers will go all the way end up in the later rounds. Because
that makes sense.
I think we actually talked about this offline.
Keon Coleman. Why Minnesota need another wide receiver unless they're really intentionally getting rid of somebody?
I mean, this JJ Trades.
Cooper DeJean.
That's a
Dallas.
Good fit.
I like that one. Nate Wiggins.
That's a very good fit. That's a very good fit.
I like Kool-Aid going to Tampa Bay, honestly.
So Byron Murphy.
Byron Murphy.
Yep.
Damn.
They already drafted a Byron Murphy once.
And now this is our pick.
The second. Yeah.
So
Knicks. I'm just kidding. There's Mitchell. Chop Robinson.
Chop Robinson is a good pick here. Wow.
It is.
I'm not
Tyler Guyton.
I think Tyler Guyton is probably a better.
Yeah, I'll say Tyler Guyton might not be bad either.
But
Oh,
then
this
if you go
that might be
receiver,
good.
Or I didn't see Barton there either. But Mitchell.
Mitchell's here and Worthy's
Just
here.
want speed. Xavier
for
Worthy.
me, it's gonna be either Mitchell or Guyton. But you need more
I
interior
like-
though. You need an interior
Ooh.
rather than the tackles. So I think you're gonna
Yeah.
go either Barton.
That's why
or
Barton's good.
Yeah.
Barton makes
I think
sense.
all
and
these
Mitchell makes
positions,
sense.
so can't really go wrong.
I think I like Mitchell here, but
You might as well go Mitchell. Look, Barton is also kind of.
Knicks went to the Pats.
Xavier Worthy.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
Lord.
That makes sense.
Guard UConn.
Yep. All this.
Oh,
Ooh,
right.
Cooper went to the Packers. Let's go.
oh wow! I can't believe
Let's
that. You called that
go.
one. You called that one.
Oh man, if he goes there, guys, that'd be so great. That'd be so great. He is going to be a beast by year 2.
Trade offer: 42 and 189 for 72 and a second
No,
round.
I'm not worried about
All
this.
right.
Unless you guys want to accept any of these, I'm not accepting.
No,
any.
I don't like either of them either.
I'm not accepting anything.
Hey.
Just because I want to keep it to where we're kind of at.
Who did Denver draft?
Man, Greg Martin's still right there.
Who would have been? Oh, looking at
Denver.
Their corner.
Kenyon Mitchell.
Didn't receive that high now. But Brian Thomas would be actually a really good fit if they got him there, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Brian Thomas would be a very good fit for them, though.
And you do need it because you don't know how long your receiver is going to be there.
If Brian Thomas went to the freaking the Dolphins, oh my gosh!
Can't believe Edgerrin Cooper to
Oh
damn
my
Green Bay
gosh.
Packers.
Hey, I love that. I love that pick. All right, so let's go Texans here. They only have. I don't really believe in 2020 right now. Like, I think he still needs work. I like him, but I think he needs work.
So this is where I was looking at Tyler
because they just
or
or
Devontae Sweat.
I was looking at Devontae Sweat.
You think so?
They don't need help on the offensive line.
No, they don't. But they also
don't
brought
need
in
wide
help at
receivers.
the defensive line.
They don't need a QB.
They don't need QB.
That's Trey Benson.
But that's too early after you just paid someone that much money.
Mike Ford.
Bring in another
Johnson.
receiver.
CJ Henderson is there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the weakest thing here because Christian Harris is barely going to get his actual first year of work. And I think this is why they brought Azeez Al-Shaair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go linebacker here, man. Who's left?
The problem with linebacker is look how far down you're going to look for a linebacker.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
There you go.
Peyton Wilson is not worthy of going number 42.
Yeah.
And remember, we have another second round pick.
We need to get Peyton Wilson there, though. I think now we go.
You're looking at Peyton Wilson.
No. We can wait. Go up.
For the second round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The second round pick goes to one of those.
Go all the way up. Who's my top guys right now?
Way up.
Graham Barton. Oh, Jesus.
We don't need that.
I'm looking at their freaking roster.
Need a guard?
They really don't.
I think they need a corner. I think it's defense right now. A lot of these guys kind of just brought in for the thing is they brought in too many guys. Hold on. They brought in too many guys for these short contracts to fill in spots for the meantime. I think this is why they did it.
I honestly can't tell you who their starting defensive tackle is.
Yeah, but the Devondre Sweat, I think, might be a good pick.
Denico Autry you should be the guy. Denico Autry should be the guy. No, I think you go corner or you go.
The corner still is a reach. Still looking.
What about D line?
Defense. That's what we said. Devondre Sweat.
That's what we were looking at.
Tackle. This is where we are.
They don't need
I was just looking at the roster. That's all.
Yeah, don't need ends because they got
two of the best ones.
yeah.
It's locked up for some time.
Yeah, I think you go with Sweat there.
Yeah.
And hope our second pick, Wilson, is still there.
I think
a
there's
lot of
two
people
guys
thought
that could
Devontae
be a
Sweat was
linebacker. Yep, no linebackers have gone.
Yeah, I think Wilson's still gonna be there.
Michael Penix
Michael
went to the
Penix.
Browns.
That's weird.
Peyton Wilson went to
Willis
the
just went.
Cowboys.
Oh my!
Went to the Cowboys 2 picks before.
But that doesn't surprise me though. But it's just right there we could
The
have had him.
Jets, go away. Leave us alone.
What's up, man?
Patrick Gray's still there though.
No
Hey,
longer
Jonathan Brooks.
Bills fan, only Josh
Only
Allen.
Cedric
Welcome to
Gray.
the club. I've been a Josh Allen fan for years. I really like the Bills, I really do, but I think your window's done, and I'm sorry. But trust me, this Diggs thing needed to happen 2 years ago. It needed to happen 2 years ago. He was a very toxic dude. The fact that you got a next year second, that
They're
second
all
could turn into
positions we
something
don't
great.
need for the Texans.
Yeah.
Receiver, tight end,
Gray.
defensive tackle.
We on
you just
Texans again?
drafted.
Yeah.
Cedric Gray. Hold on.
Cedric
That's
Gray.
not the
That's
best.
the one.
That's not the best linebacker. No way.
He's the best linebacker left.
No.
Yeah.
Where'd they all go,
I
man?
go defense, linebacker. So we got
Jeremiah
Gray,
Trotter, too
Colston.
high. Way too
Jeremiah
high.
Trotter is a third rounder.
Yeah,
I like
no way you
Colson
get-
over Cedric, though.
You like Colson?
I like Colson over freaking Cedric Gray.
That's not a too much of a reach. I'm okay with that. If you're okay
What do you
with
think, Mark? Did you watch any of our the linebacker ones? I know you were gone for like 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, I watched the one with Jeremiah Trotter just because I'm interested in Washington getting him. I thought we need him. Forgot we just brought it. It's weird. We routed linebackers.
It's up to you, man. I like Colson over Gray.
I can understand that because I like Colson because he's a playmaker, a better playmaker, and you need a playmaking kind of guy to be your safety. Or do you go Caden Carson?
you might as well go.
Question.
Yeah,
And
you
the
might as
corner
well.
is the best.
Yeah, you might as well just go with the linebacker. Go Junior Colson.
Okay.
I think the linebackers that they brought in now are going to be short term. Like how long is Azeez Al-Shir going to actually last there before they decide? Like he's 26? How big was his contract? Anybody know?
I think it's a 3-year. It's a 3-year contract. I think,
which is not too bad either. But yeah, that's not too bad. Christian Harris might be gone next year.
Go Junior Colson. I think that works.
I mean, it works.
And Henry To'oTo'o isn't really. I feel like the only guy there is Al-Shir.
And then when you see what need, they go defensive tackle, wide receiver, which is not anymore, cornerback, linebacker, offensive tackle. Do you want to see what offensive tackle is?
We're talking like a right tackle?
A right tackle, yeah, exactly. It's a reach. You look at that. Look for that. You get Blake Fisher in the 3rd round.
I will go corner here.
Man, you got 2 Notre Dame tackles? Nice.
Yeah. Carson is, I don't know, man. I think Colson's better.
I think Colson's better too.
Okay.
Well, they're saying Carson's better by 2 spots, but
they're saying Carson's better.
Mm-hmm.
So this is up to you guys what you guys want to do.
I don't mind Carson. I'm fine with it. You guys are already voting on yours, and go for it.
What do you say? I'm okay with Carson. I mean,
I say Carson.
That's fine.
Needs a little bit higher.
We don't need this trade.
Nope.
No.
No.
We don't need 2025 picks. It just doesn't make any sense for us.
No.
They need wide receiver, safety, edge, defensive tackle, offensive center.
Just for starters.
And who did we already get though?
Didn't we get?
We got a receiver. No. Oh yeah, we got a lineman.
Passed it.
Oh, that's past the last second ago.
Yeah,
28.
28. Yeah, we got.
Oh, no, we got.
We did get Mitchell. Okay.
Mitchell.
We
We already got receiver.
So we go interior.
Yep.
Go
That's what I
interior
would do.
line.
Galen Polk. Another receiver.
No.
Hey, Trice might be a good pick here, though. Cedric Van Granger is a good center. That's a good center. I like him.
I want to go interior line as well.
Okay.
I think Cedric is a very good pick here.
Yeah, just do it. I like that. At least you have the line and your receiver for the main two priorities for them right now.
Kansas City. Braden Trice went to the Cardinals.
Junior Colson just went to Washington.
Yep, Junior Colson did.
Never mind.
Will Shipley went to Chicago. What, really? We need another running back?
Oh,
Jeremiah Trotter went to the freaking
one spot before for the Texans Commanders.
Well, we already took the other linebacker. So
yeah, I think Colson's might be better anyways.
We didn't go Colson.
We didn't go Colson. If like going to this draft.
All right, so Texans. There we go.
Go back to their damn
Braylon Allen.
This is a third round pick. Braylon Allen is staring us in the face.
He is. Trevin Wallace.
You already went linebacker last, right? No, we went cornerback.
We went corner.
And we gotta go Wallace in.
I'd say Trevin Wallace is right there.
I think we had to.
Although Blake Corum.
Yeah. It's either Braylon Allen or Trevin Wallace. That's it.
I think Trevin Wallace would be all right.
Yeah.
I think that's a good pick there.
It is. Moves you up two. So she'll go 84. You have 86. Not bad.
Spencer Rattler
to the Steelers. Another quarterback,
really, bro. Like this.
Another quarterback.
They are really gonna trade the field somewhere, man.
He goes to fucking Minnesota. Oh my god. So this is it. Third round. We only have 2 picks. Then
that's fine.
Donnie Mitchell, Cedric Van Granger. I think that's a good start. I think this is a good start, and they're going to get more guys in the 4th, 5th round. I think this works very well for them.
Yeah, I think that's the 2 main things that they need. Like that's all they have. Like the biggest concerns is obviously because of Diggs is gone, and Gabe Davis is gone.
Yep.
So you need to get a receiver.
And Donnie Mitchell, that makes a lot of sense to go with Curtis Samuel. That helps you out a little bit, and then
the interior line.
Interior line is
everybody, so they got to bring somebody in. So that's the 2 main focus. So I like it.
I think we did a good job with that, guys. And the Texans, who don't need anyone.
I think this is now for depth to settle the age factor of these contracts that they just brought in. This is why I felt like a lot of these defensive pieces that they brought in, these guys will learn behind these veterans they just brought in. If that makes sense. For the future. Except Aziz Al-Shir because he signed 3 years, so he'll be there for a little bit. But again, these linebackers
signed for 3 years too.
Say what?
Danielle Hunter, he signed for 3 years.
Yeah.
There you go. So Devondre Sweat.
Not that we got him.
Like, I feel like it should.
Yeah, I think these are good picks. I think we did a good job talking it out. That's good.
And those running backs.
Ain't no way
Allen was still available going into the 4th.
Ain't no way you're here right now.
What up, Fredo?
Oh
you're here.
God,
hey, I just want to let you know, DK is not going to the Cowboys, though.
Ain't no way you're
here. Done absolutely nothing in free agency. You think they're just going to suddenly splurge? Although, I don't know. He freaked me and Braden out because he was talking about JJ going to the Bengals. And then all of a sudden you got Tyler Eifert over here going, I'm here and they're trying to do it.
I thought that was actually a good call. I didn't think it would happen because you can't afford to pay him now. So why would you get someone who you have to pay more money to? So I was like giving them up.
Yeah.
But
No.
you never know.
Well, you get someone where they want to be, they might do team friendly deals,
Not for your first contract.
No, that's probably true.
The second contract, yeah. First contract, not so much.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, this trade changes a lot for both teams. We talked about Texans and Bills today. Yeah. Who drafted my guy, Bo Nix?
Bo Nix went to the Patriots.
Patriots
got Bo Nix.
Patriots?
Yep.
Yeah, because they got Marvin Harrison.
They got
yeah.
Marvin. They
And
went
then
Marvin
Malik
Harrison
Davis
and
went to
got
the
Bo
Cardinals.
Nix later. Wow, that might work.
It could happen.
It
Although they
could.
would pass up Jane Daniels, though. There's no way Jane Daniels gets passed up by the Patriots if he's there. That's one guy they want.
That's the only person they actually really want.
Yeah.
I want to restart the thing and just see how fast, go real quickly through it and see
You're gonna do another one?
First round. Yeah. Just pull up the first round again and see what simulate what they say that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
All right, so we're gonna jump into Dynasty Trades here. Kind of finish off the show, but while he's doing that, I guess the biggest next big news obviously is April 15th. The coaches can now talk to their workouts, like the preseason with their new guys. Usually the rookies and the veterans that just done workouts. It's the off season before the actual off season workouts, if that makes sense. There's a workout and then there's a workout before the actual off season. So they can do that on April 15th. That's the biggest kind of news, and then the deadlines for clubs to meet the timelines for the interviews, basically for eligibles, all that for the next following season have to be on the 17th, and then the restriction, like between the 17th and 19th, is when the restricted free agents need to be get their signing done.
What are you looking at here?
Brian he's making a new.
No, I know, but something shocking must have happened the way he was looking.
I'm shocked.
See, I knew. I was like, I saw that face.
I think it actually could happen. I'm gonna pull up the first rounder once you see it, but it's almost done.
Okay, trade.
Check. That's one.
What happened?
Right.
I need to know.
Yeah, we need to know. Come on, man.
All right, so this was a little bit different. I'm a little bit surprised.
Same teams.
Everything.
Well, Jane Daniels at least. Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison.
Yes, that's what shocked the hell out of me. I was like,
come on. That's never gonna happen.
Why is that the second time I've seen that, man? This must have been off CBS.
Wouldn't the Chargers be better to have Malik Neighbors? Because they already got QJ, who's 6'4".
I mean, Marvin Harrison is a fix it all though. I mean, he's small, he's fast, he's height, but he plays like a small receiver. He can do it all the things. So
you
it's
go
not
from
like
friggin' Keenan Allen and Mike Williams to Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. If you get Malik Neighbors and QJ.
I thought that was Dallas Turner going to the Giants.
Oh, that's a little better. Joe Alt
gets to go to the Texans. I mean, to the Tennessee Titans. Rome goes to the Falcons.
There you go. You got a tackle.
So
Another tackle. JJ at 11. Jared Verse.
Jared Verse goes 12.
Now you have a lot too. Keegan Mitchell.
Yep. Bowers. That's my spot. I like that one. I was like,
seen that before. It's weird. I've seen it before. Bowers to the
Aaron Arnold.
Arnold.
JC Latham.
That I see. Terry and Arnold to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I see that for sure.
Yep. I think that's a perfect fit.
Brian Murphy the second again. Second time I've seen that. Kool-Aid. He didn't go to Georgia.
Stupid.
Brian Thomas going. This is the second time a receiver went to the Vikings. They're planning on losing JJ.
Interesting.
Tyler Guyton to the
Jackson Powers Johnson goes to
and the Spurs. Wow. We got him in
That's
the
what
second last time.
He's been going in the first a lot.
Nate Wiggins.
Keon
Coleman
goes to the Bills. Chop. Ooh, Chop going to the freaking Lions?
Why? Oh, wait. No, hold on. I saw – my bad. I'm looking at Cooper. But no. Yeah, no. Chop, nice. I like that there. But Cooper doesn't make sense.
Mitch to the Chiefs. Yeah, they got to go receiver.
That don't make no sense.
Again. They've been going receiver the first
round. Does this mean Justin traded to the Bills?
No. They can't afford him any more than the Vikings can.
They're broke. They are broke. They can't
I thought that
do
was
anything.
interesting.
Unless somehow both teams decide, you know what, I'll take your players' contracts and then 1 for 1. That is be it.
Switch.
The Bills cannot do anything even in season as much. They can't. They are broke.
I have a question. How many quarterbacks go in the first round? Because I think this is the last time I'm going to be able to ask Martin this before he's gone. How many quarterbacks go in the first round?
4. I don't see.
I say
it could be 5. It could
6.
be 5.
I think 6, and
could
only
be 5.
because people are trading back into the first round at the end of the first round to get that 5-year.
So actually, I do agree with you. It could be 6 because I honestly think in the first round the Broncos are going to go quarterback.
Yep.
They're going to overreach, obviously, for Bo Nix or
they trade up. They trade up, like and you know.
I don't know.
I think Minnesota goes to 5.
Trade up.
Minnesota goes to
Anthony
5.
says 5 and stamp it. Look, I hope.
I say 5 as well, but I do agree with Brian. It could be 6.
No, let the quarterback sit there all damn day and him and his family look all sad. Give me some drama. Let that QB.
It'd be more like a Lamar Jackson situation where you call up the Chiefs and you go, "Hey, we want to move up into your spot, just so we can get this guy 5th year."
If you want to see some drama, watch like someone like the Cowboys draft a quarterback. That would be drama. They don't get like Tyler Guyton and they
depends on when they draft the quarterback.
Please don't, man.
In the first round, that would be hilarious. Oh my god,
that would be terrible. I would not want to see that. Man.
But what I see someone like San Francisco dropping out of the first round. Someone being able to trade up early to get a quarterback. So I'm saying someone like perfect team would be the Raiders taking their 44th pick. And going trading up with the San Francisco 49ers to grab their quarterback in the first round, it being Bo Nix. So I think Penix might go before Bo Nix, especially after running the 4.640.
That was the guy I was trying to think of.
So after running that 4.640, I think he goes somewhere in that 12 to 20 range, which is going to surprise everybody. It could even be Denver, but then the Raiders trading back into the first round, and we ended with 6 quarterbacks going in the first round.
I think the Broncos could draft Phoenix, and that would be Bo Nix.
No, 4.
I agree with you. Say 4 only 4 deserve it. I think people.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
You get a first rounder, you get a 5th year, you get time with your quarterback. They trade back into the first round to get that quarterback. That's what the Ravens did with Lamar.
Yeah. All right.
Or actually, well, it depends if someone's Trey or what the Giants do, but Drake May could be sitting there for the Broncos too.
Yeah.
It could, yeah. Unless someone trades up, you never know.
Well, that's what I said. Unless someone trades up, I know the Broncos want to trade up, but what do they really have? Unless they trade Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, which he's on the trading block.
I was gonna say, is he? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
they said they were willing to do it.
I could get him up there then if they trade like Patrick Surtain and their first round pick to move up.
Well, I'm just saying that they could go to Atlanta at 8.
Mm-hmm.
They could go to Chicago at 9. I think 8 and 9 are fluid. As much as I think Dallas Turner goes to Atlanta, if if someone comes and tells you, hey, we're going to give you another second round pick and you got dropped down to 13 or 14, Atlanta takes it. You know, because they could go get Jared Verse at 13 over than Dallas Turner and then get another second round for more talent. Someone like that, they take those things. So
But why wouldn't you just trade down and get Patrick Surtain?
I mean, you could. That's something they
especially a team like Atlanta who could go.
Atlanta who needs a cornerback.
And you'd be like, oh, I still get a first round and I get an all-pro caliber corner. Yeah, I would do that in 2 seconds.
I'm just saying that I can see 5 quarterbacks going in the top 10 picks, let alone in the whole first round. Way it shakes out, and then someone at the end of the first round jumping in to grab that 5th year that ends up with 6 quarterbacks.
So that would be him, right? Bo Nix.
Yep, Bo Nix.
Because he was after that Spencer Rattler, and he's not going any higher than the 4th,
44, 45. Yeah, he's gonna be like somewhere like 44, 45. You know, something like that. Because they no longer have to run. In the second round, you get drafted where you deserve to be drafted, because you don't have to worry about the 5th year option. Mm-hmm. So those quarterbacks do now fall back down.
Exactly.
And that's why I say 6 in that first round, because I say 5 going to the top 10 because someone's trading up to the top 10 to grab one of their quarterbacks. Afraid that someone else would grab him earlier because the Raiders also might get a quarterback. You know, the Broncos don't want us to worry about. So those 2 teams could trade up to try to get their guy.
Well, I don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, no.
That's what I tried to figure out.
I'm looking at these trades we're about to do.
All right.
While you guys discussed that, I was looking at these trades and then looking at Anthony's questions. Williams, Daniels, JJ, Drake May, and Bo Nix with the top 5 round. Penix will get drafted in the second. I see that. I see that, but I think Penix will just drop. I don't know. That's just me. 5 top 10. Brian, go to bed. Past your bedtime. Yeah.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
Logic is sound, man. I'm just telling you, this is going to happen. Teams really want.
There's 5 quarterbacks, and there's 6 teams who need quarterbacks.
Exactly.
No, and I'm not arguing saying like I just believe that 4 of these guys only belong in the first.
The question is the bottom 3. Who of them are going to jump up? Because you got like you said, the Vikings, Raiders, and Broncos.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think Vikings jump up. They trade up.
I think the only thing that could hurt the 6 quarterbacks in the first round is if we draft Jaden Daniels, and then the Patriots decide to either go Marvin Harrison or trade down.
Trade with the Vikings. Grab 11 and 23.
Mm-hmm. But they still might take a quarterback on one of those.
That's going to be so. I don't know. We'll see what happens that day, man. It's going to be such an interesting freaking.
Man. I wish you had held on to Fields a little bit longer, because then it'd be like some mystery behind the first pick of the draft. But
and then we would have no clue what the hell's going on. Because it could have
been. That's what I'm saying. It'd be the first time since I can remember where I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, like at all in this draft. Because so many scenarios can happen.
It's so funny. Caleb Williams
already didn't hang on to him.
I think they should have, and then they could have
to the draft.
All the scenarios, you would have got more.
Trade them on draft day. Trade them on draft day.
One of those teams that didn't get their guy,
that's what I was just saying.
They would have been.
Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels was drafted by Washington. Then you could trade Fields to the Patriots,
and they'll give you a second round pick in the second.
I don't understand. I don't even want to relive that stupid trade, bro. Because
what if Justin Fields ends up being the starting quarterback by the beginning of the season?
It wouldn't surprise me.
And you gave him up for nothing.
It wouldn't surprise me. I really hope me and Brian are on the team Justin here, and I really want him to go back and he starts against the Bears and just ruins and
it's going to be the one time I want him to stomp a hole in us. I want him to leave a size 13 imprint on our chest.
Brian will be there with his freaking Justin Fields jersey as a Bear fan, cheering Justin Fields, and everybody looking at him like, "Oh, hey, sorry."
I told you. I told you.
I told you.
All right.
All right, let's
get
do
to
these trades.
All right, here we go. Oh, that was a fresh one. That one just happened right now. But that wasn't part of what I wanted to do. Hold on, let me read it. 10 teams reflect good. 102, 1, 2, 3 ends. No, I don't want to do that one. All right. 10-team Dynasty. Obviously, why do Dynasty here? PPR League. Should I trade the 2024 first overall pick? Okay, you're talking about the 101 here. That's what it looks like.
All right.
What?
And HJ. So let's
For
go.
Hollywood Brown, who is just now a Chief. Chan. Then you get the 110 and the 2025 second.
Hell no.
No,
Hell no.
not even a question.
Okay. I thought you guys were going to talk about that.
Nope.
Hollywood Brand does not interest you in being on the Chiefs, being the number one guy.
Marvin
Chan as good as he
Harrison
did.
could change your entire team. If
He's
he
got a
does
1-year
what he
deal.
can.
Okay.
So there's not even any guarantees he's going to be with the Chiefs past this year.
I mean, the only guarantee is that Rasheed Rice is going to be in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the only guarantee.
So there's no guarantee there. I do like a Chan, but he's still number 2.
Still sharing the backfield.
Still sharing
On
the
a,
backfield.
with a team that doesn't like to run the ball that
Exactly.
much.
For how long, though?
And then
Even
you
if
have
he
to go
is,
all the way
still-
back to 10, you said?
Yeah.
110?
Yes, you get the 110.
Now you do get the extra second round pick, but to me that's just
for
not
the following year.
Yeah,
It's not
but that's
choice.
not worth it for Marvin Harrison Jr.
I want Marvin Harrison. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll take Marvin Harrison in that.
And then if I was a needy QB, I might trade it down and go down to like 103, trying to grab some more, but I would not avoid both Marvin Harrison or these quarterbacks in no way. It's not a PPR league.
Okay. All right. No, not bad. All right. Second one. Do I trade Jordan Love and a 26 first for the
What?
101 this year?
Ooh.
Apparently he was offered this. He has 12-team Dynasty PPR Superflex. I have the 102 and the 106. And his other QBs are Bryce Young. And the 101 team is currently leaning Marvin Harrison, which I would too. Man, honestly, I think the 101 should be Marvin Harrison all leagues.
Even in
If you're
Superflex?
at the 102, then why don't you just stay where you are if you need a quarterback?
Yeah, because you could get a quarterback.
Because I'm thinking he's looking at Marvin Harrison.
I mean, if he wants Marvin Harrison, I love that, but you need a quarterback still too.
Right. So like basically you're giving up Jordan Love and
your next year's possibility of getting a quarterback.
Actually, 2 years from now, it's the 26 first. Like,
Okay, so you still get your 2025?
Essentially, you're just giving up Jordan Love. So you'll end up with the 101 and the 102 and the 106. Which couldn't it be Marvin Harrison and the next top quarterback there?
Yeah.
And you have Bryce Young, which I know we're still wondering what the hell is going to happen there. And the 106. Like you could come away with
you could go
Harrison,
Marvin Harrison,
Jaden Daniels, and Rome Odunze.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Or you go Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and then wait to see who 106 drops you. You still get a quarterback there.
Yeah. So, but you are losing Jordan Love. This might be like a Packers fan.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But people are saying don't do it because Love is a stud. He did pretty good.
Or if you have the 102 and the 106, you might be able to score a double stack.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where people go. For forever.
Yeah. So I'm okay with doing this. I'm just surprised of the answers I'm seeing here. That
I mean, I think it's an actual pretty even trade, honestly.
I don't know. If I was the 101, I wouldn't want Jordan Love in a 2026 101 for my first pick. Yeah. I'm not wanting that.
True.
Yeah, you gotta give me the 102 and the 106 for the 101.
Like you basically control the top guys of the draft, bro. Yep. And there's only 6 really good dudes at the top, anyways. Once you're outside like the 7 and 8, if you're lucky, one of them sneaks to you, but you don't know. At least he knows he's his worst guy he's gonna get here is either Rome Odunze or Malik Neighbors.
Good thing I got 2 picks in the top 8.
That'll be he has 3 now.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing though. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of Dynasty. Mark, if you don't make the freaking playoffs next year, you suck.
Yeah, I'll probably suck. It's fine.
I'm sorry. If you don't make playoffs next year, you suck. You have an amazing team, and these 2 picks need to help you out. Dynasty Superflex, 12 team.
Okay.
He sent this trade offer, okay? He's giving away Hurts, Metcalf, and Deontay. And he's receiving Cousins, the 102, the 104, and he believes that the 103 should go QB because he has that gap. So somebody has the 103 and he believes that they're going to go QB. But his QBs right now, I have Hurts, AR, and Levis. So he doesn't want to get rid of Jalen Hurts and Metcalf and Deontay, but he's thinking if it's a good trade. But he'll get the 102, the 104, and Cousins.
And Kirk Cousins, because
Yes.
so you have Temporary, who's a good PPR. He's a machine. Honestly, for the next 2 years, you're probably going to have. Man,
Could get lucky and the number 1 guy go quarterback and not Marvin Harrison.
or you can walk away with
2 quarterbacks.
Quarterback and Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not doing this, man.
Rome Odunze.
I'm kind of not
stuff.
doing this.
You have to really believe that Jalen Hurts is not the future. Because if Jalen Hurts is a top 5, top 6 quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm keeping Hurts and Metcalf.
The other one, Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, but we don't know how he's going to do it at
I
Carolina.
could care less about him.
Like, honestly, all right, so so Deontay Johnson's kind of like a little, we brought him up.
Yeah, he's just
I'm
like,
going to tell you right now.
could be good, could not be good.
Deontay Johnson is going to be amazing. PPR, half PPR. I'm telling you right now. Did you see how good old ass Thielen was doing? Thielen is better. I'm telling you, the first 5 weeks, Deontay's gonna pop off, and then once they get to their bye week, he'll disappear. Just like
will he get touchdowns though? That's the real.
Who
question.
cares on a PPR team?
That's true.
Full
He just gets
PPR.
catches.
This guy's a madman. I'm telling I think Deontay's gonna be amazing. Full PPR. Half it could. We'll see. We'll see about half, but full PPR. Oh my gosh.
I'm holding on to what I have.
Yeah, I like the 102 and I like the 104. I like it, but then it's the 102 to me is going to be Jaden Daniels, and I don't know if he's going to be a Hurts yet. And the 104, you're getting freaking Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze, and I don't know if they're going to be Metcalf yet.
Yep.
Where at least Hurts and Metcalf, I know what they are,
and they're young and they're in the prime of their career.
Yeah,
you still have Deontay Johnson still there.
Yeah, I'm not doing this trade, man. No. He says it's 10 starters. I'm not gonna do it. Nope. That's it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Anyways, guys, I don't know what's gonna happen for the next couple of weeks. These two to show while I'm gone. But we talk about football anyway, so it don't even matter who's here, really. But we took Easter off, so hopefully no one really cared, really. But we will be back. All 3 of us will be back here in about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, maybe, depending on how it goes. But for the next 2 weeks, I don't know what's going to happen. I do believe that they're going to bring in some content. I think they're going to bring in some good content. I'm not even worried, so I don't even know why Brian is going to be like, oh, yeah, we're going to recap. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not. Like, because no matter what, I'm going to be tuning in.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But what I am going to do is, I promise you, we will do those 2 quarterbacks that we missed because I need to release those videos.
Yeah,
that will
we
be
did
done.
miss those two
Next
QBs.
Wednesday.
Very interesting. I even told you know what's funny is I told Ting, I'm like, don't even worry about it. Like it's fine. Like,
No. We're doing those on Wednesday, so that's going to happen, and we're going to have some fun. They're going to do a lot of good stuff. I think the draft is still coming on. The NFL is still having a lot of stuff going on, so we'll have a lot of good content for everybody.
I'll try and watch if I have time, but again, every single time I'm gone for these trips, it happens once a year. I'm like not even in the world. It sucks. It sucks. As much as I want to, I'm just too tired of doing it. The training we put ourselves through is ridiculous.
Can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
We'll still shout you out and we'll keep you in mind.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Anyways, guys.
I'll send
the 25th can't get here soon enough. I don't know if I've been this excited for a draft in a long time.
Yeah. No, this draft, well, that's
I know Brian's not
two
excited.
freaking picks, man. Of course it makes a lot of sense. You have 2 picks. This was Braden last year.
It was. And turned to a juggernaut, but still didn't win.
No, Braden's making playoffs next year, 100%.
Playoffs.
He's making playoffs.
Oh, he has a chance to be better than
no, he's making playoffs 100%. I'm gonna be finally in the bottom bracket next year, I think so, finally.
We'll see how it turns out.
His offseason wasn't kind to him, I don't think.
No, I had a horrible offseason.
I was gonna say.
I
had a weird offseason. I went from dropping Hollywood Brown to I should probably keep this guy. Hey, I'm really glad I kept this guy.
That's what happens. That's what happens. But anyways, guys,
sending me all these memes of Hollywood Brown owners right now after seeing Rasheed Rice news.
Lucky bastard.
That's we're gonna find out Hollywood Brown actually was the one who gave him Rasheed Rice the money to rent the cars.
Right.
Go ahead, have fun. Have fun, they said.
Hell no, bro. That's horrible. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna miss every single one of you guys. Hope you guys have fun. Love every single one of you guys coming in here, giving us crap, talking shit. I gotta send out the jerseys out tomorrow. Actually, it's just a 1, so I gotta send out the 5 tomorrow. So
awesome.
Hopefully they'll get it and hopefully they'll come and chat next 2 weeks. Hopefully, so have fun on Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, all that good things. But yeah, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at. Love every single one of you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in 3 to 4 weeks, guys. Bye.
All right. Later.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me